Good day, everyone. Now, our topic is moving forward in ESP, applying ESP in real world settings. This is our subtopics. We have the future of globalization and ESP, the future of ESP in curriculum design, the future of ESP classroom materials and methods, the future of ESP research. But first, let's talk about the future of globalization and ESP. Globalizing processes affect and are affected by business and work organization, economics, and social cultural resources. Globalizing processes such as internationalization and immigration lead to contact situation in which different people with their distinct language and cultures meet and interact. So ano bang ibig sabihin nito? So globalization changes how business operate, economies function, and cultures interact. So when people move to different countries or expand their businesses internationally, so individuals from diverse backgrounds meet and work together, bringing their unique language, culture, unique personalities into contact with each other. So, the current level of global economy and internationalization of communication in various fields involve career specific terminology in order to coordinate research and to deliver professional services. In today's global economy, professionals from different countries need to work together to share information. So, to do this effectively, they use special words and terms specific to their career. So, ano ba example nito? Yung mga doctors, iba yung yung mga terminologies nila kaysa sa mga teachers or sa mga engineers, sa mga architects. Ayan. So, these specific words and terms helps them understand each other better. So, yung mga terminologies na yon na ginagamit ng mga doctors, nakakatulong yon para maintindihan sila ng kapwa rin nila doktor. So, ayun yung purpose ng career-specific terminology in ESP. Next is the field of English for specific purposes or ESP is among the richest area of second language research and practice because increasing globalization and changing technologies spawn new modes of intercultural connection and new occasions for second language use. So in the field of English for specific purposes or ESP, um, it is an important area of language study because globalization and new technologies create more opportunities for people from different cultures to connect and use English. ESP focuses on teaching the specific English skills needed for different careers and situations. Kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, so yung pagtuturo ng ESP sa mga students for their specific um, specific needs, makakatulong yon sa career nila and future situations na magiging involved sila. Technical universities need more English for specific purposes or ESP classes. It is because these classes um, teaches English language that is related to their specific fields like engineering, kagaya na sabi ko kanina, using real-world examples. ESP courses focus on what students need for their future careers. Ayan. So in conclusion, as globalization continues to grow and demand for English for specific purposes or ESP, um, the English for specific purposes will also increase. ESP will become more integrated into education and professional training, focusing on the specific language skills that are needed in various careers. This trend will help professionals communicate more effectively across different cultures, as well as industries worldwide.
Okay, for the next topic, we're going to talk about the future of ESP curriculum design. Okay, when you say bigger is better, what comes into your mind? Hmm. So bigger is better. In almost every major industry in the world, the trend toward bigger is better appears unstoppable. And it is very evident in the different industries like in the IT world or in the information technology world. The bigger is better is very evident. We see the growth of massive tech companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook. Another industry is the pharmaceutical industry. And as you can see, there is a logo here which has letters like GSK. So, commonly makita natin yan sa mga medicines. So, GSK stands for GlaxoSmithKline. And we also have the AstraZeneca company, which a company that make some vaccine, make some vaccines like nung COVID-19. Yan, familiar tayo dyan kasi meron tayong tinatawag na AstraZeneca vaccine. Ayan. And also the Gilead, ang role naman nila ay they make some medicine also na makakatulong to those people with HIV and AIDS. So another industry which um, believes in the policy bigger is better is the finance industry, specifically the mega banks that we have. So we see a similar trend of mergers and acquisitions leading to the growth of these mega banks like the ICBC or Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, and we also have Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation or HSBC Holdings. And we also have the JP Morgan Chase and Company and Banque Nationale de Paris or BNP Paribas. And also we have the Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group. So the same bigger is better policy can be seen in the industries of agriculture, energy, food, manufacturing, media, retail, real estate, transport, and many others. Kasi this policy, bigger is better, um, maraming companies or industries ang natutulungan ng policy na to. And in education, we are already seeing signs of a bigger is better movement beginning to develop. And one example is the growth of satellite campuses of high-ranked universities in countries with rapidly growing economies. So, ang example natin dyan ay yung New York University and yung main campus nila, meron silang main campus sa USA and they have their satellite campuses sa Abu Dhabi and Shanghai, China. Another school, university, rather, is the Carnegie Mellon University, which is located sa USA, yung main campus sa Pittsburgh, USA. And also, yung satellite campuses nila ay located sa Doha, Qatar, and Africa. Yung satellite campuses, ito yung mga smaller branch of colleges or university na located sa different geographic areas or countries. And ang purpose nila is to extend the institution's reach and provide greater accessibility to students para mas marami silang ma-reach, maturuan, and mabigyan ng help, especially sa learning. So, they offer various courses and programs similar to those at the main campus. And they often cater to local community needs and increase educational opportunities for a broader population. We also have the rapid rise in the creation of massive online courses or MOOCs. And here's the Philippines. The University of the Philippines Open University offer this kind of courses. And meron silang massive open online courses. And in fact, I was one of those participants, of those students who took this massive open online course noong pandemic, and I took Principles of Graphic Designs, which marami naman kayong pagpipilian na course dun. Kaya if you want to join or to have a certificate as well or learn something new, then you can join this massive open online course na ina-offer ng University of the Philippines. And what I like about this MOOCs is that um, it will not take you years to earn a certificate and to gain more knowledge or another learning. In my case, it just took I just took 16 hours of training, and then nag-sign up ako sa kanilang online platform, nag-register ako, and then in that platform, they gave us some modules to read and to study. And then what I like about it is that I can read or study those modules whenever I want. Basta ang requirement lang ay you need to study it and pass the quizzes na provided at the end of those lessons. And then, if you finished the training and you pass the quizzes, and then you can earn the certificate. So before kasi pandemic, so certificate lang yung natanggap ko, and ngayon now that the pandemic has ended, meron silang in-offer na on-site training kung saan ang certificate na binibigay nila ay hard copy, and also meron din silang mga materials na binibigay to help the students in studying. And according to my friend na nakapag-took na nun at nakatapos na nung training, ay every Wednesday lang sila nagkaklase nun, and I think it's just 4 hours of training every Wednesday, so it's very convenient. So for you to further understand what I'm talking about the massive open online courses, let's watch this video.
The UPOU's platform for massive open online courses designed to foster universal access to quality education, leveraging technology to provide accessible, free, and high-quality courses, addressing the needs of diverse learners and promoting lifelong learning at their own pace wherever they are. Capitalizing on its several years of experience offering quality online courses, UPOU offered in 2013 its first MOOC, Introduction to Mobile Applications using the Android platform. In 2015, UPOU developed the MOOCs as OER's model through unbundling of the traditional credit courses that are offered by various HEIs in the country, based on the relevant CHED policies, standards, and guidelines, and licensing these MOOCs under Creative Commons. In 2020, during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, UPOU's MOOCs became the platform for the rapid, massive, and inclusive training of teachers to help the education sector transition to remote instruction. In 2023, 10 years after its first offering, UPOU prides itself with about 100 MOOCs and more than 220,000 enrollees. And to further enhance its value, UPOU's MOOC was integrated into the university's micro-credentialing initiative, and the MOOC Companion, OPENG, an AI-enabled learning body, was developed to assist the learners by providing basic information essential for course completion. UPOU shall continue developing MOOCs that are responsive to the needs and requirements of the changing workforce and the world of work, as a concretization of UP education without borders and the universal access to quality education, and as a platform of collaboration with other academic institutions. The Philippines' contribution to sustainable development and our offering to the world. The UPOU's platform for massive open online courses.
Ayan, okay. So, napaka-informative nung video na napanood natin. So, according to that video, napakalaking tulong ng massive open online courses na to dahil it fosters collaboration between the facilitators, the experts, the specialists, and as well as the students na avoid natin yung cultural borders as well as educational borders. And kung makikita nyo dito sa chart, marami kayong pagpipilian na courses na ino-offer ng University of the Philippines, and hindi lang nakasama dyan sa chart na yan, pero mas marami pa kayong courses na pwedeng pagpilian. Meron ditong about sa technology, sa teaching, sa English, sa language, and marami pang iba. So now, merong effect syempre itong the bigger and better trend on ESP curriculum design. The first one is the institution will have greater imperative to create ESP courses and programs that address the needs of their international learners. So it is also likely that these courses and programs will require some sort of centralized coordination. In this scenario, no longer will ESP practitioners need to or be able to design their own courses. Instead, teams of ESP course experts and subject specialists can be contracted to work together to create effective courses and programs that address a wide range of learners, not only in different disciplines but also with different native languages and cultural backgrounds. And it follows that at the program level, a wide-angle approach to ESP is perhaps the most manageable, but it also follows that very narrow-angle DSP courses can be usefully developed for large but widely dispersed. And problems, syempre may mga problems tayo na iniisip sa pagtuturo, and the problems related to it, ang kasama dun ay yung creation of materials. So, syempre here, if we are utilizing this online platform, online delivery system, then hindi natin kailangan problemahin yung materials natin, yung creation of materials, because it is, we're not going to think about it because that much, kasi we don't need to print or publish any books or any materials kasi online lang naman yung lessons. And the hiring of local staff, syempre, mas maunti lang yung kailangan nating staff kasi online lang din. So, the management of multiple small size classrooms also, hindi na natin kailangan problemahin yun kung paano ka pupunta sa school, paano pupunta yung students, paano i-handle ng teachers yung mga students inside the classrooms because online lang yung klase. So, mabilis lang tayong makakapag meet because we just need to open the laptops and cell phones and devices. So, we see this already in the creation of the MOOC or massive open online courses. And sa MOOCs na to, meron tayong mga persuasive writing, intercultural communication, data visualization, and others na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng ESP. So, in short, these approaches to ESP have an important role to play. And in addition to the bigger is better, growth will almost certainly lead to increasing importance of English medium instruction. Again, it is very evident na evidence for this already exists in the fact that the number of English-mediated MOOC courses massively outweighs the number of MOOCs in any other language. Marami tayong ino-offer na course, kagaya ng courses na ino-offer ng University of the Philippines, and this raises an interesting possibility. And high-ranked international education institution can offer English-mediated specialist subject courses developed by some of the world's leading researchers. some perhaps with Nobel Prizes, and these courses can be managed centrally, accessed by people across the world, and provide a very high level and quality of content. So, if an institution in a non-English speaking country adopts one or more of these courses, not only do they save time and money in developing own courses, there is also the less need to hire local subject specialists. And on the other hand, it is clear that they have an important need for ESP instructors to provide learners with language support. And perhaps the future of ESP is brighter than any current ESP instructor can imagine.
For our next topic, we have the future of ESP classroom materials and methods. For our next topic, we have the future of ESP classroom materials and methods. According to Dudley Evans and St. John 1998, they outlined several key predictions for the future of ESP materials design, and they emphasized the need for flexibility, modular based courses, sociological framing of materials, and a deeper understanding of language usage in specific contexts. In this citation of Dudley Evans and St. John 1998, they anticipated the significant shifts in the design of English for specific purposes or the ESP materials, and they predicted that future of ESP materials would need to be highly flexible, which allow the adaptation to various learning environments and the student needs. And they also highlighted the importance of creating modular based courses where different components could be mixed and matched to tailor the learning experience. And addition to that, they emphasize incorporating a sociological perspective into materials, ensuring that the content reflects the social context in which the language will be used. And finally, they called for a deeper understanding of language usage in specific contexts. For example, suggesting that the materials should focus on the real world application of the language within the particular fields or the professions that we have. And these predictions aim to make ESP materials more relevant, practical, and effective for all the learners of ESP. Next is the advances in ESP materials development. Discipline-specific corpora. One of the most significant advancements in ESP materials is the development and accessibility of discipline-specific corpora. These specialized databases of language use in particular fields offer several advantages. The first one is direct access to target discourse, where instructors and learners can access the authentic language of their target discourse community without constantly consulting subject specialists. This autonomy allows for more tailored and relevant learning experiences. Direct access to target discourse allows instructors and learners to engage directly with the genuine language used in their specific field or community, which means this or the learners don't always need to rely on experts to understand the material, and this autonomy fosters more personalized and pertinent learning as students can immerse themselves in real world examples and contexts that directly relate to their interests and goals. Next is enhanced flexibility. Corpora provide a wealth of examples and practice items that can be adapted to various learning contexts, offering flexibility in content delivery. In enhanced flexibility in using corpora, this means that these extensive collections of real-world language examples offer a wide range of materials that can be tailored to different learning needs of our learners or the students in ESP. While educators can also select relevant examples and practice items for corpora or from the corpora to suit various topics, levels, and teaching methods of teachers. And this adaptability ensures that learning content remains engaging and appropriate for diverse educational contexts, whether for language learners, researchers, and other professionals. Thus, corpora helps create a customized and effective learning experience inside or within a course like ESP or English for specific purposes. Next is the comprehensive reference resource, or they serve as extensive language resources, helping learners understand the nuances of language use in specific professional or academic fields. This means that reference resources are detailed and extensive tools that are designed to aid language learners in mastering the specialized vocabulary, terminologies, and nuances usage relevant to a particular professional or academic fields. And by offering in-depth explanation or examples and contextual applications, these resources help learners grasp how language functions within specific domains, more accurate and effective communication. Now let's talk about the impact of data and analysis tools. The integration of data and analysis tools in English for specific purposes or DSP has significantly enhanced research and teaching in the field, similar to the impact of data and analysis tools in other disciplines. Well-designed corpora, when paired with powerful and user-friendly software, offers several advantages. Number one is improved accuracy, which means detailed and comprehensive data sets allow for more precise analysis of language use in specific contexts and leading to better understanding and teaching of ESP. Second one is efficiency, or the advanced tools streamline data analysis, which make it faster and easier to extract relevant linguistic patterns and trends. Third is the accessibility, or the user-friendly interfaces enable educators and researchers, regardless of their technical expertise, to utilize complex data sets effectively. And number four is the customization, which tailored corporate can be created to fit specific needs, providing relevant examples and insights for various ESP applications. And the last one is the enhanced learning, where students benefit from the exposure to authentic language usage in their fields, improving their practical communication skills. For example, the detailed analysis of language usage or use, where learners can explore specific language features and usage patterns, aiding in a deeper understanding of their field's discourse. In detailed analysis of language use, by examining a specific language features and usage patterns, learners can give a nuanced understanding of how language functions within their field. And this process involves identifying key terms, phrases, and structures that are prevalent in the discourse, helping learners to comprehend and effectively communicate complex concepts such as analysis also aids in recognizing the stylistic and rhetorical strategies employed by experts, enabling learners to adopt similar approaches in their own work and enhance their academic or professional proficiency. And next is the informed material development, where instructors can create materials based on actual language data, ensuring relevance and accuracy. In informed material development, it refers to the practice of instructors creating educational materials using real language data. And this approach ensures that the content is both relevant and accurate. By drawing on authentic examples of language used, instructors can tailor their materials to reflect current usage and or the common phrases in real life context. And this method enhances the learning experience by providing students with up to date and practical language skills, bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application. Next is emerging technologies in ESP, or virtual reality or VR. Virtual reality technology is another promising tool for ESP instruction. Why? Because it offers immersive and interactive learning experiences. And applications of VR in ESP includes number one is the medical training, or the VR is already where VR is already being used to stimulate or simulate medical procedures, such as dental students practicing drilling and cavity preparation. Next is the public speaking and business interactions, where VR can help learners overcome nervousness in academic presentations and business meetings by providing realistic practice environments, according to Sakruski 2016. For the future prospects of ESP classroom materials and methods, the next generation of ESP learners who are likely to be tech savvy will benefit greatly from these innovations. However, the challenge for ESP instructors will be to familiarize themselves with these new technologies and integrate them effectively into their teaching practices. In conclusion, the future of ESP classroom materials and methods is set to be shaped significantly by advances in discipline specific corpora and VR technology. These tools offer greater flexibility, relevance, and the interactivity, aligning well with the predictions made by Dudley Evans and St. John 1998. And for ESP instructors to fully realize these advancements, they must embrace these new materials and technologies, ensuring their teaching methods evolve to meet the needs of contemporary learners, or what we call the 21st century learners. And by doing so, they will enhance the learning experience and better prepare students for their professional and academic endeavors.
Let's talk about naman the future of ESP research. English for specific purposes, research has historically concentrated on the qualitative analysis of written discourse, primarily using corpora. This report examines the trends and potential future directions of ESP research, considering findings from Golik-Kais 2014 and Dresen-Hamuda 2013, alongside prediction based on technological advancement and methodological shifts. So, ano nga ba pag sinabi nating corpora? Sabi dito, in linguistic, corpora is a collection of linguistic data. It is usually contained in computer database used for research, scholarship, and teaching. In this slide, Golin-Kai's 2014 found a strong preference for qualitative studies on written discourse that were based on a manual or computer-based analysis of a corpus. Golin-Kai's identified a strong preference for qualitative studies focusing on written discourse within ESP research from 2003 to 2012. These studies typically involve manual or computer-based corpus analysis, providing detailed insights into the linguistic and rhetorical features of text. Qualitative methods have been vital in understanding the nuances of language used in specific professional and academic contexts. When qualitative studies were not focused on discourse, there was growing tendency to use ethnographic and mixed method. Ano nga ba ang ethnographic and mixed method? Ethnographic methods involve the detailed observation and study of people in their natural environment to understand their cultural and social practices. And in the context of ESP, this approach allows researchers to explore how language is used within specific professional or academic communities. So, by immersing themselves in these settings, researchers can gather in-depth data about the everyday communication practices and the contextual factors influencing language use. And yung mixed methods naman, it is a combine both qualitative and quantitative research approaches to provide a more comprehensive understanding of the research problem, and in ESP research, this might involve integrating corpus analysis, a quantitative method, with ethnographic fieldwork, a qualitative method, to study how language is used and understood in different contexts. The combination of these methods allows researchers to validate and enrich their findings, offering a more nuanced view of language practices and their socio-cultural implications. And sabi dito ni Dresen Hamuda 2013, pinaliwanag niya na these methods provide us with rich insights into the social cultural setting in which ESP exists. These approaches enrich our comprehension of the social cultural environments where ESP operates. Ethnographic methods, in particular, offer a deeper understanding of the interaction between language and context, contributing to a more holistic view of ESP. Ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin ang predictions for future research direction. The first prediction is continued focus on qualitative analysis. Sabi dito, it is anticipated that future ESP research will maintain a strong focus on qualitative analysis of written text. Corpora will remain the primary data source, but there will be an expansion to include data from ethnographic and mixed method studies. In ESP research, corpora have been the primary data source because they provide a wealth of real-world language use, examples that can be analyzed to identify patterns, structures, and usage specific to fields or purposes. Future ESP research is expected to continue its qualitative focus on written text using corpora, while also incorporating ethnographic and mixed method to provide deeper and more contextualized insights into language use. And sa paggamit ng ethnographic and mixed method, it will enable researchers to explore not just what language is used, but how and why it is used in a specific way within different professional or academic settings. The second prediction is expansion to spoken and multimodal corpora. The growing availability of spoken and multimodal corpora suggests a potential shift in ESP research. Researchers may increasingly explore genre beyond written text, including spoken interactions and multimodal communications used in target language settings. Pag sinabi nating spoken corpora, these are the collections of recorded spoken language such as conversations, interviews, lectures, or meetings. They provide rich data on how language is used in real-time spoken interactions, capturing elements like intonations, pauses, and conversational dynamics that are not present in a written text. And pag naman sinabi nating multimodal corpora, this include data that combine multiple modes of communication, such as text, audio, video, and even gesture or facial expressions. Multimodal corpora might include video recordings of classroom interactions, business meetings, or other settings where language is used alongside other form of communication. The growing availability of spoken and multimodal corpora suggests that ESP research might increasingly explore a wider range of communication genre beyond written text. This, this shift can provide more comprehensive and nuanced insights into how language is used in various professionals and academic settings, enhancing both theoretic theoretical understanding and practical application in ESP teaching and learning. The third prediction is increase in quantitative analysis. With advanced statistical and quantitative methods becoming more accessible and prevalent in educational research, their application in ESP is expected to grow. This includes areas such as language testing, data mapping, and social media analysis. The trend towards quantitative analysis in ESP research is driven by the increased accessibility and prevalence of advanced statistical and quantitative methods. This shift is expected to enhance the depth, objectivity, and scale of ESP research, providing new insights into language use in professional and academic settings. The fourth prediction is the technological innovations. The integration of technology in ESP research is poised to expand significantly. Key areas of development include software and hardware tools. Advances in AI are leading to the creation of sophisticated writing aids, plagiarism detection system, and automatic translation tools. These tools enhance the efficiency, accessibility, and effectiveness of language learning and communication in the field of ESP, while also introducing new dynamics and opportunities for research and education. Next is virtual reality or VR. VR technology offers immersive learning environments and enhancing ESP teaching and research. Virtual reality technology offers immersive learning environments that have potential to enhance ESP teaching and research by providing realistic simulations, interactive learning experiences, and innovative research opportunities. While there are considerations to address, VR holds promise for transforming language learning and research in ESP. Last one is statistical and data analysis tools. Advancements in statistical and data analysis tools have been transformative in many fields, including ESP research. It is more affordable and user-friendly packages democratize access to sophisticated analysis techniques, empowering researchers to conduct more robust and large-scale studies. The increasing affordability and user-friendliness of statistical and data analysis tools are expected to have a positive impact on ESP research by enabling more researchers to conduct rigorous analysis fostering standardization within the field, and facilitating larger scale studies that can advance our understanding of extrasensory perception.